Welcome to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews here with my boy, my Ramley, my ace, point guard extraordinaire, fake ass DJ, world traveler, March Madness lover, Mr. Rodney Lusain. What up, my dude?
The list keep getting longer and longer.
Yeah, and I was gonna throw something in about the Dodgers because you had on your World Championship T-shirt, but I was like, I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Yeah. Rep them. Your gear will be on point. I gotta give you that. You know what I'm saying? You come, you keep the gear flavorful and in season. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Right.
they
It ain't easy.
hey, you beating me, you know what I mean? You beating the shit out of me. Every now and then I can come through, but you more on a consistent weekly basis, you know what I'm saying? I
Right,
love
right,
it. I
right.
love it. Huh?
I said right, but you the one going to what was you at the ring ceremony?
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, that's why I was loving that T-shirt. Yeah, we went to the second game Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because the Dodgers, man, I'm not mad at them. They getting every dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever's doing the marketing, running the business side, they own it. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna be doing that for the Lakers too now. But man, they made opening day, opening week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ring ceremony used to be the first day. You know what I'm saying? They gave the players the ring on Friday. Then Saturday they gave the like executives the ring, and then today it was like the announcers and shit. Like Rick Monday and them got their rings today, and all that was pregame shit. So every day they could promote it as another ring ceremony. You know what I'm saying? They got
Nah.
like they got like 4 days off on that. You know what I'm saying? That used to be all on opening day. You used to go to opening day, you would get opening day and them getting their rings. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? They broke that up into four, you know what I'm saying? 4 days, which I mean, you can't be mad. Uniqlo Field, you know what I'm saying? That's everywhere.
Uh-huh.
It's on the field. It's on the scoreboard. It's like, and they got it strategically placed, like some of the camera shots when the game is on TV, like right behind home plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they said they paying 30 million a year for that.
That's a good price.
That's like a player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they playing for Tucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing you can't be mad at is they putting the money back into the team. You know what I'm saying? Some squads do that. Like McCourt was trying to keep the money. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't putting no money back into the team. Like they finding ways to make a dollar, but I would say 70 cents out of that dollar they putting back into the team. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad. You know what I mean? But you paying to get it. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a trade. It's give and take. Cause like they got that Shohei shit. They had a Shohei commemorative soda cup with Shohei basically with his number on the cup. You know what I'm saying? That they was selling for $76.
From where? From the concession stands?
Yeah. And all you was getting was free refills for that game. You know what I'm saying? And the outrage was so high that they dropped it to $68. And now the free refills is for all season.
Ah.
And that's fair. If you go to a lot of games, they were saying if you a season seat holder, you can get your money's worth from that. You know
Nah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
12. That's 12 games. That's 12 sodas and you already at like $60. So
Right. If you
14.
only get one a game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that. They again, they was off on the first shit, but they cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they don't make mistakes, but that's the thing. They shoot big shots. You know what I'm saying? They shooting threes, so they not all gonna go in. But when they miss, they willing to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Which is all you really can ask of somebody. Like when you fuck up, hear that and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? And they was right on it. Like that shit came out the first game. You know what I'm saying? And by the third game, it was like, all right, we're dropping the price, and the refills is for the whole season, not just for the game you're at. It's like, come on, how much soda can you drink in one? You know what I'm saying? In one day, you would have to drink like 5 sodas in that day to get your $68 worth. You know what I'm saying? And back
Then
then
you
it was 76.
then you're catching lawsuits on the other end because motherfuckers like I OD'd on soda trying to get my money's worth. I had to go straight to Kaiser after the game.
Cause my kidney exploded in my seat. But nah, we went to the Friday night game, you know what I'm saying? And it was, man, it was it was super cool. Like we didn't go to opening day this year, you know what I'm saying? We went to the second game, but it felt like opening day, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody got their rings, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all the players, Shohei, Mookie, it was cool seeing that. And then the game, like, I mean, the Dodgers came back from 2-0 every game that series. You know what I'm saying? So again, this game they was down 2-0 and came back. But it was Diaz's first game.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Diaz didn't pitch opening day, so the Friday was the first game that he got in, and it was crazy because them bullpen seats, right? We talked about them seats in the bullpen. Like we tried to sit there, but it was, you know what I'm saying? It was the second game, so it was blocked off early. We just went and sat in our seats. You know what I'm saying? But in the seventh inning, I was like, let's go down there now. Let's go to the bullpen now. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we got down to the bullpen, it was basically Diaz was warming up. You know what I'm saying? We got there probably, I guess, to the bottom of the eighth or whatever. He was warming up. So like and by then that area had cleared out, so we could go in there. It was still people in there, but it was enough room for us to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So we went in there, and it was crazy because we got to watch him warm up, and then we got to watch him run out, and then the trumpets play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the stadium, man, it was nuts. It was just the stadium went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then like he was so cool running in. Like the stadium is going ballistic, and he's just running in with this like measured run. You know what I'm saying? It was like, dude, he was like an assassin. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's going wild. He just like it was crazy. But that's kind of how he was warming up. Like warming up, everyone was around the bullpen, and he was just, I don't know, man. He just had this cool calmness to him. Like he was flicking the ball up. You know what I'm saying? While he wasn't even throwing pitches, he was just flicking the ball and catching it. You know what I'm saying? And then he would throw a. He just seemed totally in control. Like the moment he was like not even tripping. And for it to be his first time in LA, you know what I'm saying, for the Dodgers, for him to feel that comfortable was like, okay, this dude might be real. You know what I'm saying? And then it turns out they had Homegirl live playing it. Like no one knew that was gonna be going on. You know what I'm saying? Like they thought it was just gonna be the recording. And I guess like we couldn't hear it because I don't know, maybe because we was in the bullpen and the sound traveled different, but I guess she cracked up doing it at the beginning
Mm.
because they was killing her online.
Really? Yeah, I
Oh,
thought I could hear it. Both, well, I would say both nights she did it. I
oh,
felt
really?
like she
Messed up a little
well,
bit.
and the second night, because remember this, well, the third game, Will Smith went deep, bottom of the eighth.
Right. So it wasn't a guarantee she was gonna be playing.
So there was like she had to scramble to get ready. And so that was kind of like, all right, whatever we get tonight, just appreciate it. Like it might not be,
Her
but
A
you know, I,
game.
but yeah, that's the game you was at. Like I felt like I could hear it because I'm watching it on TV.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that didn't sound right, but I ain't no trumpet aficionado, so
Right.
I'm
And
like,
then
because a lot of times when you perform, people don't know you fucked up
right,
unless you let them know you fucked up.
right.
And
But
she didn't
this
let them know. She just kept going. Like, all right, if
right,
y'all heard it, y'all heard it. But I ain't gonna
right,
stop and look at the camera.
right. And be like, oh man, my bad. Did y'all hear that? Right. Nah, because being there, I didn't hear it. And the crowd didn't react like, oh, she messed up. The crowd was hyped. You know what I'm saying? But then when I got home, I started hearing the chatter. And then I guess like they was calling her a Timu trumpet player. You know what I'm saying? That was what they was going around online. It was like, oh, the Dodgers got a Timu trumpet player. And I guess she heard it. She heard the chatter. You know what I'm saying? Because she responded online like, she was like, I was practicing for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? She said something else and she was like, and I cracked up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, so now that they saying the Dodgers got a Timu trumpet player. And she was like, I guess I'll just brush it off. You know what I'm saying?
Is she black?
Yeah, with a fro. She from Long Beach. She only 26.
Right. Because you know they did that for him with the Mets.
Right, but they had the real dude
Oh, the actual.
whose song
The,
it is.
ah.
You know what I'm saying? They had him playing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
that's killer.
yeah, I mean you know that's hard. She's not the original player of the song. So it's gonna be easy to critique her version, especially if she mess up. You know what I'm saying? But it's still hype. Like if they make her the regular person, she's gonna get it. You know what I mean? Because the Dodgers gonna be in that position enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's the thing. She shouldn't be scrambling. Like act like he gonna do it every game. You know what I'm saying? Especially after you cracked the first game, she should have definitely not been on off guard the second game. She should have been there like, nope, until
I'm gonna play
until
this even if he ain't coming in the game.
right, until it's official. I'm not playing. I'm not going nowhere. Don't be over getting a hot dog and they be like, hey, where was this Homer? And she like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. I missed it the second night. You know what I'm saying? Because I was driving to a gig, and when I got in the car, we was down 2-1. And
Right.
Gino, the one that hit me like Will, Gino just text me Will. And I was like, oh shit, I hadn't been paying attention to the game. I checked my phone and I saw we was up 3-2. And then that's when I started texting with you and him. And I was trying to get the game on my phone. But I couldn't find Spectrum on my phone because that's how hyped it was the first night that I was like, I want to see it tonight. And then hearing what had been going on all day, because all Saturday they was killing Homegirl. And then I saw her response, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see how she did. And Gino said she had did better, you know what I'm saying? But for you to say she cracked up again, and they were saying she was scrambling, I'm like, all right, if you gonna have this job, you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand that, you know what I mean? One, you gotta be on it. And two, originally they had the real dude doing it. You know what I'm saying? So for you to have that job, and it was crazy because before all this happened, before she cracked, before I knew she cracked, I knew all what social media was saying, I said from this one night, she's famous. You know what I'm saying? From the first Friday night, seeing her on the Jumbotron, she's famous. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing all the other shit. She's famous and infamous now. You know what I'm saying? But it's in her hands how she want to take it. Like, she could rock this. You know what I'm saying? But it's starting off a little bit. It's a little turbulence. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't believe people was killing her like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I was there, so I didn't hear it on TV. Because when I watched the replay of the game, I heard it. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't watch the replay till the next day. You know what I mean? Then I was like, okay, yeah, nah, we didn't hear that live. You know what I'm saying? And the crowd clearly wasn't like, oh, she messing up. The crowd was hyped. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, that's a whole, I mean, I guess Kenley with California Love, and I guess Gagne had some shit.
Yeah, some rock music,
Right. But
Black Sabbath or something.
right. And he, but it's, man, I can't really remember too much other shit comparable to that. And Gagne and California Love wasn't live.
Right.
Like it wasn't like Tupac was there, like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
don't
they put,
feel for out of
yeah,
jail.
nah, now that would have been it. It would have been over if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? But like with this homegirl is live, then they put her up on the board. You see her in the dugout, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, they
Dude,
put her on the board.
yeah. After they bring Diaz in, because it lasts for like, it seemed like 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But they turn the lights off. Then they
Right.
show Diaz jogging in, and they show him jogging in on the board. But then when he get to the mound, she's still going. She at the end when she hitting the you know what I'm saying? That's when they put her up there. You know what I'm saying? It was, oh man, it was before he even threw a pitch. It was just like, dude, if this dude has anything, like the energy was just,
And
and
it's
then
a
he can't.
trip because I didn't I didn't know, like I think I said in the off season, I was like, my memory of Diaz is from the All-Star game, and I think he might have gave up a tying run or something.
Mm,
Um, and so it was funny because it was just probably it might have been opening day, but could have been that Wednesday as well, where there was some on Facebook with KG and Paul Pierce
dude, I was
watching,
just right. Him do that song.
and
That
Paul
clip is
and
almost like 6 months old.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
They
that's
just
when I
brought it
was like,
back because the
"Ooh,
season was because P didn't even know who he was.
right,
P was like, "Is this old?" And KG was like, "Nah, man, this is new." You know what I'm saying?
right." And so, I mean, it was like, all right, that's dope as hell. Not knowing if the Dodgers was gonna do it or not.
Oh no, no, they announced it when we signed him.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, that was like the first question when they signed him was like, "Are we bringing Timmy Trumpets?" And they was like, "Yes, we will be doing that." You know what I'm saying? No, they said that the day we signed him, like months ago. It was like, nah, yes, we having it. But they never said it was gonna be a live person. Because I guess he didn't even know. Like he didn't know. He thought it was just gonna be played. You know what I'm saying? He said when he jogged in and realized it was somebody live, he was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part that no one knew. And I mean, no one really knew. I guess people knew Homegirl, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, people knew her. You know what I mean? I guess in the trumpet world, she has done, you know what I'm saying? She has done shit, but it's not like Winfred Marcellus or some shit where it's like everyone knows this person, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's a great addition. You know what I mean? And the dude is legit. It's funny because when you said what you remember him from, because he been around for a minute. He 31. But I remember him from he blew his knee out for Puerto Rico in the WBC the last time, like in their celebration. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So he missed like the beginning of the season for the Mets because of that shit. And I just remember then, like, wow, like what bad luck. You know what I'm saying? In the celebration, Like not even pitching. In a celebration, he blows his ACL out in preseason, and he's the dominant closer for the Mets. I was just like, dude, that's such the Mets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he ended up coming back like last year, and that's the thing. The Mets wasn't that good. Did the Mets make the playoffs? I don't even think they made the playoffs. If they did, they okay, yeah. So it wasn't like he was just getting a gang of save opportunities. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But he only probably blew 2 or 3 saves, like, and probably had 26 or 28. Now he's legit, and that's what they keep saying. We ain't had nobody like this since Kenley. And I'm like, even towards in the Kenley shit, people was hating. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was our put you on that list.
Right.
Even towards the end and when we had him, it wasn't like he was just considered lights out. It was like he's our closer, but here we go. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude that people had. So like when he left, it wasn't like everyone was mad. Some people was like, yeah, we needed that reset. You know what I'm saying? So this dude don't have those vibes. This dude ain't like, yeah, we gotta close like Tanner last year. Tanner last year was like, okay, this dude's our closer, but damn. You know what I'm saying? Like we blew 29 saves last year.
Mm.
I mean, imagine that. Like if he doesn't blow half of those, I mean, which you know what I'm saying, even if he doesn't blow half of those, that's a bad year. Like he like 90% saves. You know what I'm saying? So if we win like 24, 23, 24 of those 29 games, man, as I'm talking right now, as the bullpen is just melting down. It's Robleski though. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the end of the bullpen. But nah, it's man, it's crazy because I mentioned this to you, and at the time I thought I was saying some shit, but now they actually even have a commercial for it that they playing on the Dodger Stadium. But I mean on the Dodger Station. But I think this could be the best Dodger team ever. And I know that's saying a lot. And I mean, I only been watching the Dodgers for so long. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't really winning that many chips before that, were they? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But since I've been watching, man, of course, they gotta win the World Series. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have a great regular season one, but then it's they gotta win the World Series. You know what I'm saying? But if they can do that, which I think is very in their scope, then it's gonna be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like the first 3 dudes are Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? The manager is a Hall of Famer. That's not even counting Will Smith, who's probably gonna go. Yoshi is well on his way. Blake Snell, you know what I'm saying? I mean, 2 Cy Youngs in each league. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like 6 or 7 Hall of Famers. I mean, do we have that many total?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We do.
Okay, but I mean, damn. You know what I'm saying? That came over some time.
Right. I mean, the simple fact that they were the first team to repeat. It was the first Dodger team to repeat, and I can't remember if it was because I know Anthony Anderson was the MC at the game you went to.
Right.
Um, and he might have been saying that consistently from the mic about how this was the first Dodger team to repeat, but it could have been opening night. I don't remember who was on the mic for that, but they was consistently saying it's the first Dodger team to repeat. So the fact that they've done that automatically gives them a leg up on anybody you want to compare them to. Because when you said that, I mean, I think prior to this, like the team that I always heard of was like the '53 Brooklyn Dodgers, where they had 2 MVPs like Jackie and our catcher.
Gil
Man, how am I
Hodges.
forgetting? Nah, he was first
Roy
base. He's in
Campanella?
the Hall. Campanella. Campanella was MVP, I want to say, that season. Jackie had won it like a season or two before. We had Duke Snyder. We had Pee Wee Reese. So that's 5 Hall of Famers just right there. And then
Walter
Don
Austin was
Newcomb was the
manager?
best pitcher, right?
Okay, he
He
hauled.
was.
Okay. Nah, this is giving me some
And
good
then
context.
Don Newcomb was kind of our best pitcher. And I don't know if he's Hall, but he should be if he ain't.
Right. And I'm gonna say
Uh,
he is. Okay.
but they didn't win the World. They didn't win the World Series. Like they had the best
Uh,
record
uh,
in the league, but they lost to the Yankees in 7.
he said, but they didn't win the World Series. See, that's what's gonna be the thing. Well, not that's the only thing, but that's gonna be their big joker. Because the other thing is no National League team has ever three-peated. All the three pieces come out the AL, the Yankees and the A's. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if they three-peat, not only in Dodger history, they going down in NL history. You know what I'm saying?
And MLB history.
Right, right. Amongst them other two AL teams that won 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? But nah, because you bringing up that 53 team and the credentials they got puts it in super perspective because you said they had 2 MVPs. The Dodgers got 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah, it's a good comparison. Like,
And Duke Snyder might
Yoshinoya,
have got one.
who?
I was saying Duke Snyder might have won one in the 50s, but I don't think he had one by that point.
Mm, nah, that's a great comparison. But see, they flaw gonna be the fact that they didn't win it. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
hurts. I mean, you can't be the greatest team and not have won it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like that Laker team that won 31 in a row. Oh, they won it though, huh?
They did.
Okay. Yeah, nah. So nah, if
But they
they
not.
huh?
I was gonna say that Lakers team ain't in conversation for the greatest teams ever.
Right, right. But I'm just saying, even with a record like that, you know what I mean? That don't
Right.
guarantee you
I
shit.
like Ichiro's Mariners. Like I think they might had a record
For most
for the
regular
best
season
regular
wins.
season.
Right, right.
But I
Because
want to
that
say the top 2 teams with the most wins didn't win
didn't
the
win
World
it.
Series in the year they did it.
Right. Nah, because they was talking about us getting that record last year. You know what I'm saying? They thought
Right.
last year's team was gonna be the juggernaut, and we ended up not being it. But I think they haven't really been saying it about this year's team, but I think this year's team could fulfill what they thought last year's team was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be the team that really push us into a strike. Because last year they was babying Shohei. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Shohei was just coming back off injury. This year, they talking about Shohei for Cy Young. Like the Dodgers are putting that out there. You know what I'm saying? They already starting that campaign. So they taking the gloves off Shohei pitcher wise. You know what I'm saying? And then our other two big holes last year was left field and closer. And instead of fixing left field for Conforto, we put somebody in right and then move tail to left, which fixed left. You know what I'm saying? But Tucker is what Conforto was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? When we got Conforto, we thought he was gonna be this kind of player. I mean, Tucker's way better, but he gives us what we thought Conforto could have had. You know what I'm saying? A left-handed hitter with power that can hit and play above average defense. Like to me, so far, the most impressive thing about Tucker been his defense. I mean, he has hit.
Right.
Like I think he drove in the game running one run the night we went. But he started throwing two dudes out that game. One at the plate, one at third. He threw the relay to Freeland. And then Freeland threw a dude out at home one play and then third one play. But Tucker started that. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day he robbed a home run from a dude over the short wall. You know what I'm saying? And every time he made that play, I always say Teo wouldn't have made that. Like he's probably made 5 plays already that you like last year, Teo doesn't make that play. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know he's gonna start hitting, especially in the lineup he's in, but to just to see the shit he's done with his gloves so far, I'm like, damn, we didn't have that last year. Like he's a real, you know what I'm saying? Like he basically saved those games with his glove. Like any of those games, both of those games, they score runs on those plays that he stopped runs on. They win those games because we've been winning all these games by 1 run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the other part. We ain't even really started playing good yet. It's not like we just scoring 15 runs and bludgeoning these teams where you're like, okay, that's not gonna last. Like we really just scratching and clawing. Shohei ain't even hit a home run yet. Like we know that's gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't even really hitting no all cylinders. It's just like they so grimy and they just have so much postseason experience. It's like we just not gonna lose game. You know what I'm saying? We just know how to get that hit. You know what I mean? But at some point,
And
it's all gonna click too. They're gonna have parts of the season where, damn, Shohei hit 3. You know what I'm saying? Him, Mookie, and Freddie went back to back. I mean, like, that's going to happen too. The math says that's in the cards. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be undefeated, just like, man, this was just a playoff experience win. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. It's just that we back to back champs and y'all not. Y'all played better than us for 7 innings. You know what I'm saying? Every game this series. Yeah.
right. And I think to me, that's the biggest X factor. It's just, and I mean, it works both ways because when I think of our pitching staff, when I think of Glass now and Snell, because, the video they show right before I think they did a video right before they gave the rings out.
Mm.
And Snell just kept talking about, I don't have one. I don't know what finger, because they was asking, what finger y'all going to wear it on? And Snell just kept being like, dude, I don't know. Like, Cat's got to show me. And it was like all he's accomplished, like he had to put his big boy pants on and like get us through some stuff. Like just through grit and grime. And same thing with Glass now, who, has the reputation of being a mental midget,
Right.
but he came through it. And so I just feel like whole squad wise, and the one dude who don't have that is Tucker. Like Tucker's the one dude who can't be like, man,
And
remember when we
Diaz.
was oh yeah, yeah,
He hungry
yeah,
too. You know what I'm saying? And those is 2 great pieces to have hungry. I think they said Diaz
right.
has won one. I mean, Tucker has won one before though. I don't remember
Maybe with
where.
Houston.
Okay, probably, but
He came. He was in Houston before Chicago.
right, right. Okay, so they said he had won one though.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a major player on that squad,
Right, right.
but
But nah, and that's the good.
now,
That's what we did last year, bringing in Snell and somebody else. Like they keep doing that. That's a good thing to bring in a couple dudes that's gonna play a crucial part that don't have one. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because when you were saying all that, I was just over here like, yeah, yeah, because especially what you said about Glass now. Like I feel like even hearing him talk this preseason, like he's a completely different dude. Like he overcame that mental midget shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to kill him for that last year. Like, I was like, dude, this dude, we can't count on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he only could pitch at home. Like, it was so much shit that we had to cater to him. But he powered through. And to hear him talk this off season, he basically said it. You know what I'm saying? He basically was like, yeah, I got rid of a lot of the shit I used to have being in my own head. Just kind of like, I just go out there and pitch now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be caught up with a lot of other shit, but I'm not even like that no more. And hearing him say that, I was like, yeah, you showed it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like that's a huge part of the game, dude. Like that mental grit, and then to have a whole team with it. You know what I'm saying? It's great when you have a couple dudes on the team like that. Because you usually don't have a whole team unless y'all won one. These dudes have won two. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much everyone has that except a couple dudes. But it's like, that's so huge. Like, it's huge for the regular season, but it's huger for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But it gets you through a lot of regular season games too. Just like we just know how to have that 1 or 2 innings. Like for 1 or 2 innings, we can lock in enough to beat y'all. Sometimes we're gonna do it all game, but for 162 games, that's just unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? But if we can lock in for 2 innings every game to beat y'all, like that's everybody don't have that. You know what I mean? And it's funny because a lot of the teams, that's their flaw. You know what I'm saying? Like we had some dudes like that, and I think about the Padres. Like they just, you know what I'm saying? You just know if you put enough pressure on them, they gonna crack. You know what I'm saying? And it's like our team has overcome that twice, like in completely different circumstances. You know what I'm saying? The first year we was all bullpen. We didn't had no starters. It's like we were starting bullpen games and elimination game. We starting a
Right.
bullpen game. And then this year, it was all last year was all starters. We had no bullpen. Like Yamamoto, you gotta go in game 6 and 7. You know what I'm saying? And we figured it out both ways. So it's kind of like, how you gonna beat us? You know what I'm saying? Like, what team out there has the mental fortitude to beat us in a 7 game series? You know what I'm saying? I don't. I guess that's what they're gonna be trying to do for the rest of this season is build that up. You know what I'm saying? But we already got that. With if not superior, at least we gonna have equal talent. It ain't gonna be a
Right.
team out there where we like, man, they just better than us. Like we gonna have to call on all that guile to beat them. Like minimum, we gonna be like, we equal to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's 3 games in, but it's like I don't see what's gonna stop this team. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the because it's not injury. We got dudes in the minors that's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping somebody get injured so I can get on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, and I don't think mentally, I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Like they was talking about the threepeat at the last parade. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even enjoying that. They was like, nah, let's repeat. Shohei, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be a joy to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? I think this gonna be a real enjoyable season. Sometimes the season don't be that enjoyable. Like last year, the shit Tanner took us through. Like we had moments during that regular season when we was like, dude, like we didn't discover Roki as the closer to like the last week. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We was heading into the offs having no idea who our closer was gonna be. Like that wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this season is gonna be like, dude, like we just steamrolling teams. Even though we down
Nah,
4 tonight. You know what I'm saying?
that would be nice because I mean the Yankees is obviously the last comparable thing to what we doing.
Right.
The Jeter.
Because they was in the World Series for that three-peat.
Well, they won. They won 4 in a row.
Oh, did they? Or they was going for 4 in a row.
You might be
They,
right.
yeah,
Actually,
they won 3 in a row and they was going for 4 in a row. And they was in that World Series.
right.
But lost,
Up
they
in
was like,
game 7.
right. I was about to say, but they got upset to lose.
Right.
Right, yeah,
But I
nah.
mean, the thing was they steam. I mean, I guess more often than not they steamrolled through them series. Like,
Them
because I feel
seasons.
like we haven't done that yet, huh?
Nah, we haven't. Through them seasons.
And through them playoffs, like it was a couple of playoffs where I mean, there might have been one or two where they had to deal with the Red Sox. But for the most part, they would get to them series like they swept the Mets. I remember the Padres got there once; they swept them. I think their first one was against the Braves. I think they might have lost the first 2, then won the next 4. Like they wasn't going through the shit the Dodgers went through. Like when it was a close series, they was losing
All right. Well, we kind of
during that
dominated
stretch.
them.
Yo,
The,
shit, hell yeah, we did, huh?
the one we
How
beat
do I
them, shit.
how do I forget that? That was in 5. Wow.
Right. We dominated their
But
ass.
there was some close ass games. Like we had to come back. Game 1, Freddie hits the walk off grand slam.
Right. But I feel
Otherwise, we
like
lose.
that won the series. I feel like at that point it was like we're not losing this series. Like I mean, because Kirk Gibson shit was only in game 1 or 2. It's like after a moment like
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying? But you're right, they did play some close games, but they melted down though. Like in that game 5, where Judge dropped that ball, like, and then they pitcher didn't cover first base, like they ace. Garrett Cole
Oh,
was just
right.
pointing at first base. Like I feel like in that game, it was we in that series, we was clearly better than them. Like the Toronto series was the one where it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They gave us all we wanted. Like they could feel like we should have won that series. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't,
Right.
but I can understand if y'all people feel like y'all should have. You know what I'm saying? But the Yankees, they was like, nah, we better than y'all. Even down to Ice Cube being better than Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? We won every competition they wanted to have in that series. You know what I'm saying? But nah,
Right. But it
you
wasn't like that going in.
right. Nah, it was
Going
supposed to
into
be.
that series,
It was supposed to be a
huh?
closer
They
matchup.
right.
Yeah, nah, we didn't go in
Right.
feeling like, oh, we way better than them. But
And
it
it's the
turned out to
Yankees, and we was the Dodgers.
right. And there was history there. But nah,
Right.
this one this year feels different. I mean, and clearly it's different because they're talking about striking after it because of it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this year we got all the pieces in place. But yeah, nah, the
Yeah.
Dodgers. Go ahead.
No, no, no. You go.
Now I was gonna say that we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? We just led off with them, which ended up being the first half hour because you had the T-shirt on. But what I
And it
really
was
want,
opening week. Like
yeah,
we hadn't.
nah,
This our first show since opening day.
right. We was gonna get to them for sure, but I wanted to lead off with this college hoop, this tournament, man. Like, I mean, and people was kind of mad because it's been pretty chalky. You know what I'm saying? It's all pretty much the blue bloods. Like Cinderella didn't show up to this tournament. And for a while, people was mad at that. But then UConn and Duke gave us one of the epic all-time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how many Cinderellas you could have had in this tournament. That makes the tournament great. That one game, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a game. You know what I'm saying? Me and you was at our game when this game was going on. So we didn't get a chance to see it. But I got an alert on my phone that was like, dude from UConn just hit one of the greatest shots in tournament history. Like that was the headline of the alert I got. So instantly in my mind, I'm like, come on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot on it. But then we pulled the video up and it was like, man, like it is up there. You know what I'm saying? From like the magnitude, it gets your team to the Final Four. The only thing bigger is winning the championship with a shot like that. But it gets your team to the Final Four, and then the teams, UConn and Duke. Like, I mean, this ain't no Cinderella doing that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like when Bryce Drew hit his. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess Jordan had one.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
He's smart.
To be right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can name the ones. You know what I'm saying? But this one was like, yo. I mean, I can't really vividly. Well, I kind of remember the other ones, but I feel like they came more off of like plays, like we setting up a game-winning shot type of scenario. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, what was more crazy about this one was the meltdown effect. You know what I'm saying? Like Duke melted down to give them this chance for the game winner. Like it wasn't like UConn called a timeout and set up a play and the dude hit the shot. Like that's one thing. Like when you give it away like this and then they capitalize, it's a total other type of way to lose it. You know what I'm saying? And again, we didn't get to see it in the moment. So we was watching it on the phone, but then so it was chaotic for us too. You know what I'm saying? But then after going back and analyzing it, because when we was watching it, you couldn't even really tell how much time it was when it was going on. So it started with 10 seconds.
Right.
They inbounded the ball with 10 seconds because when we originally saw it, and the little Boozer had the ball, I was saying how he shouldn't have threw it, and you was like he was trying to beat the clock, the violation. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure when it had started. So if it had started with 10, even if he takes the violation, they gonna have 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they would have. It's a 10. I think it's a
Oh,
10
it's 10
second
in
count.
college? It's still 10? Okay. So he could have
Believe
ran it
so.
out. It's 8 in the league, huh?
Right.
Okay, so then he could have ran it out. But even if he couldn't have ran it out, he could have ran it down to 2. And that's if they hadn't have fouled him. You know what I'm saying? If he had held it, they would have fouled him. So then if you at this end with 2 free throws, even if you miss them both, they gotta come this way in 2-3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like literally the only way they could have got that off was the way it went off. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and then Duke melted down last year.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They got eliminated in a meltdown last year because it's crazy. Again, at our game right before this, we was talking about Shire.
Right.
And how, you know what I'm saying? He's coming back. He lost his whole starting 5, and then he's coming back with a new starting 5, probably having a better season. Like we was giving him his love for what he's done so far. But then how it ended, it's kind of like how JJ, all his regular season last year, he lost in that Minnesota series by not subbing in that one playoff game. It erased everything he had done. And that's kind of what just happened this year. Like all that credibility you built up, you just erased it all in that last part. Because they were saying he didn't call no timeouts. You know what I'm saying? You got a all freshman squad pretty much. UConn, the veterans, you know what I'm saying? You gotta coax your team through that. On that inbound play, timeout. Timeout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how we inbounding the ball. And then come with that shit that everybody doing now where everybody line up out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? The football shit, like, he didn't call no timeouts, yo. Like, I didn't think about that when it was happening, but that was the first criticism that I heard afterwards that I was like, oh, how do you not do that?
Right. Because just the stuff that you were saying, like you call a timeout just to get that perspective. Like, look, it's 10 seconds left. So we could, like, the backcourt count don't matter. Like, if we, please take a 10-second violation. Like, if you can take 10 seconds in the backcourt, do it.
Do it.
Like,
there's nothing we need on the other side of the court.
Right.
We don't need nothing past half court right now. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's nothing for us down there.
But if you watch the replay, they have a replay where the camera's on Shire. And on one side, they're putting what was going on in the game, and right in the next box, they're putting what his reaction was. And you could tell when Little Boozer got the ball, he started pointing down court. Like, throw it down here. So in his mind, the same thing was, we got 2 swings, now throw it. Like, and that's kind of just the way a press break is supposed to run. Like, you almost coach it like that. It's almost like just, you don't even think. You just like, all right, we've swung it a couple of times. Now let me get it across. So he
in a normal
situation. I'm talking about Shire.
In a normal situation. That was not a normal situation, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why, if nothing else, timeout. Timeout. Yeah. Let's just talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Let's just all have a clear idea of what we're trying to do here. Because this is not a normal situation. We do not need to break the press. We don't need that. Hold the ball and let them foul you. You know what I'm saying? If you can get in a cocoon and they let you run that 10 seconds out like that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like him throwing that pass, like, for what? It was 2 dudes coming at him. Somebody was going to foul him.
The only thing that makes sense is he didn't want the free throws. Like, even nothing else explained.
Even if you're the worst free throw shooter, you go down there and miss 2. You know what I'm saying? They got to do that from down there. They still need a 3. You know what I'm saying? But we get to start them on that end. What you did set them up on this end where they could have 2 dudes get a look at it. The first dude's like, nah, I'm going to give it to this dude who ain't hate one, but he was their best shooter. That's how much time and you Hurley gave.
Hurley had a timeout. Like, Hurley had a timeout too. Like, he didn't call his.
He let them play. But see, they the veteran team, though. They the veteran team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've been the 2.
Oh, so it was a freshman. It was a freshman who hit the shot, but you're right. I mean, he stole it and threw it to Caravan, who's the dude that got 2 rings. So then I can imagine Hurley at that point is like, whatever we're going to draw up is for him. Right. So he got it. We don't need to draw shit back. Right.
He gave it back to
dude to hit. For Duke to hit a 35-footer, like
Right. But he was their
for
best
Duke to
shooter.
hit a 35-footer.
He was
Oh
their
yeah,
best shooter.
no, for sure.
But he hadn't hit. Because he said when he got it, he said, I wasn't hitting shit. So I looked for Caravan. You know what I'm saying? He said, I kicked it to him because I hadn't hit shit. He said, but then he kicked it back to me. And I was like, well, I gotta shoot it now. You know what I'm saying? Man, and he shot a real shot. That's the other part. Like, it
Right.
wasn't like a heave where he's like, oh, that shit was lucky. Like, he was able to, you know what I'm saying, do some shit that was pretty much in his form. Nah, man, that, I don't know. Like, I always say, that's the kind of shit that's hard to overcome. And I say that at the pro level. You know what I'm saying? I say that for grown men. Like, when you do that, you don't just get to go back and get your second chance at that. Like, that's some shit that, you know what I mean, that dudes in their career being mad at. You know what I'm saying? And this is for college, but I guess it's a little different because the players cycle through, you know, quicker. It's not the same. You don't keep the same group. But for the coaches, though, that, you know what I'm saying? Man, and for him, it's 2 years in a row. Like you know what I mean? It's funny because
Right.
it's how we felt with the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Like you left something out there. You're not gonna you however this turn out, you're gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying, we should have been there. We should we
Even if
was huh?
even if you win it next year, you still gonna be like, this should be a repeat.
Right. Nah, we left one. You know what I'm saying? So I feel them on that level because I mean they was up 19. You know what I'm saying? They was up 19 at one point and then 9 with like 4 or 5 minutes left. See, it's funny because we was just talking about that shit with the Dodgers, about that grit and grime you get from winning it. And they got that. Like you were saying, dude got 2. And Hurley got it as the coach. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we didn't get to watch the game, but they were saying how at the beginning of the second half, they were still down probably 15 or 17. It had only been like 4 minutes passed in the second half. And then the timeout, Hurley was like, the momentum has changed. He was telling the team that in the huddle. And the dude that was talking about this was like, I was watching the game like, no, it hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the second half. Ain't no momentum change. But he said Hurley started feeding them that 4 minutes in, and they were still down 17. You know what I'm saying? And then dude was like, they didn't even start hitting those shots. He was like, they was just like, we just gonna play D harder. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they got back in it, was just tightening the screws on D harder. He said they still wasn't hitting those shots. Dude that hit the game winner was still 0 for 4 from 3 at that point. So they got back in the game on just clamping down on D. It wasn't like they got hot, you know what I'm saying, and came back on them. They literally came back on them, forcing turnovers and just locking up. When I was hearing that, I was loving to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Because I love that part of the game. Like, you got to be able to score. You got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, play up tempo, all that. But to have the ability to win like that against a good team, you know what I'm saying? They literally beat Duke mentally. Because, like, on the court, you know what I'm saying? Duke was kicking their ass. Like, y'all was down 19. Like, y'all just wore them down mentally to the end where they had to make one play. You know what I'm saying? They got it to where it was one play and they all cracked. The players on the court, the coach, you know what I'm saying? That was the wear down. You know what I'm saying? That was the wear down from 19 down to the coach saying the momentum has changed. Where they not even thinking that. Duke not even thinking the momentum has changed. Duke is, if Duke had heard that, they'd have been like, what? We handling these dudes right now. You know what I'm saying? But they they fed in. And again, not even hitting shots. It's not like they got hot. It's easy to feed in when you get hot. Like, yeah, we hitting threes now. They just fed in like we locking these dudes down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess the Boozers had 7 turnovers together, the big one and the little one. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love that's mental fortitude basketball right there. You know what I'm saying? I love that part of the game too. Like a lot of people don't have that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it, not everybody, but most dudes can score. Like that's the first thing you learn. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to combat that and win is a whole nother skill set. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was loving that about what UConn did. And in college basketball, I don't root for no teams but UCSD. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't a fan, and I hate Duke. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like UConn. You know what I mean? But it was cool to see from a basketball perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoyed it on that level. On just I don't care who these teams are. I'm not rooting for these. Ain't my team. I don't have a dog in a fight like that. It was just more from a pure basketball level that my enjoyment in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Dan Hurley fan. A lot of the shit he do, I don't like. Because even in that game, after the game, you saw how he faced off with the ref.
Nah, he did.
Oh, I gotta show you that video. During the whole excitement of the shit, it might have still been time on the clock. Cause he faced off with the ref. They touched faces. Cause Lowe was like, could he have gotten a tech for that? And I was like, he could have, but that ref wouldn't have made it out of there. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a
Right.
riot in
Nah.
the gym. But during the whole shit, he went up to the ref and they touched face. And I'm like, dude, like this dude, you know what I'm saying? But nah, that's part of how his team plays like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he spoke on it before the game. He was like, we coach these kids hard. You know what I'm saying? He said it's a special kind of kid that has to come here because we ride these kids during practice. He said they know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? And I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lot of that in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like there's a fine line to it. Like there is a line you can cross coaching like that. But I respect that. I played for a few coaches like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, dude, you don't like that dude, but they pull the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you go to practice, it's gonna be harder than the game, damn near. Like when you get to the game, it's like, woo. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of easy compared to the shit we do every day. So, he has some of that in him, and they win, so you can't be mad at him. Like UCLA's coach do the same shit, but they don't win. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at him with a slanted eye. Like Curly can say you come here, chances are you going to the Final Four. UCLA's coach can't say that. So if you not winning, I don't think you can get away with that. You know what I'm saying? If you not winning, you better cater to these players a little bit more. And it's crazy because they had the center for Michigan.
Right.
The big 7-foot dude was at UCLA last year. You know what I'm saying? But he was like,
No.
man,
Oh, right. Wait, who?
Mara,
Is
Adin
at
Mara.
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
He's at
Yeah.
Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And UConn's big was at Michigan last year.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know last year, but he came from Michigan. Reed.
Uh.
Terrence Reed or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
He came from Michigan, and
He had
Michigan's big
27
came from
boards.
UCLA.
He had
In the first
27 boards.
round, 30,
Yeah.
31 and 27. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, nah. UCLA's big, went to Michigan, you know what I'm saying? And became a whole different player. He wasn't doing all that at UCLA. I think he was Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah. So that game alone, I feel like made the tournament. You know what I'm saying? The one shining moment is gonna be lit. But then the final four, like that Michigan Arizona game, is gonna be a headbanger. They said like Ken Palm, Ken Palm do like the rankings and shit. He said this since he been doing it, I guess for like the last 20 something years. He said this is the highest ranked postseason NCAA tournament game since Ken Palm's been doing his shit. So basically, this is the highest level game of this century in college hoop. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. I mean, and when you look at it on paper, you know what I mean? Because I mean, both squads. I was about to say AZ, but Michigan too got dudes coming off the bench that's gonna be in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
NBA
Both these
players.
squads could be both these squads could be one. I mean, they could have both been number one overall seeds.
Uh,
Like the difference between them and Duke was
was
minute.
minuscule.
Like it
Right.
was right.
And
And
neither one
yeah, I
was the
mean it's
number one seed. That's crazy.
overall, right.
This is gonna be a great game, man. Like you got everything you want in this. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they said this is a byproduct of the NIL because usually, like unless you a lottery pick, you can stay in now. You know what I'm saying? Because from like 15 to 30 in the league, a rookie, you're gonna get paid the same as you would that same level player on the NIL. You know what I'm saying? So that's keeping a lot of these non-lottery picks in college. And so these teams can get, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's these high level colleges is able to stack up because you get that, and then they can also bring in a top dude or two from a mid major on the NIL. You know what I'm saying? So you can put together a real squad that a few years ago you couldn't do. They were saying how a few years ago it was one and done. If you was in college for 3 years, you was trash. You wasn't an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the case no more. You know what I'm saying? It's 2, 3 year dudes that's gonna be NBA players. They just staying in college because you know what I'm saying. It's efficient now. Like Letzenberg from Michigan. What year is he?
I don't know, but I know he came from UAB.
Right. He at least a sophomore, probably a junior, right? I would think.
Yeah,
And
at
then
least.
and then like dude from Florida, that white boy, he like a junior, you know, Hawk or Hulk or whatever. He gonna
Right.
like it's dudes you can look at now that's like, you know what I'm saying, not freshmen, like 2, 3 years in college, that's like, okay, he gonna have an NBA career, you know what I'm saying? Where before it was like that dude ain't gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? And they were saying that's all byproduct of the NIL. So, I mean, who's not gonna be for the college players getting paid? I was all for it, regardless of what the outcome was gonna be. But the outcome has been pretty positive. You know what I'm saying? They were saying one of the things is no Cinderellas. Like it's killed the Cinderella. Because I don't think it was really no Cinderellas last year either. I feel like it's they were saying how it's making it pretty top heavy, but shit, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I mean, ain't no Cinderellas ever won it ever. Like Villanova, but they was out the Big East. You know what I'm saying? So the Cinderellas is really only for the first weekend. Like ultimately, it's gonna be the big dogs at the end anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm not mad at it. It just changes the structure. Like the mid majors become more like the high schools. You know what I'm saying? The high schools have taken a hit, and now it's like the mid majors that get pillaged like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a good dude at the mid major, it's just a different way of moving up. You know what I'm saying? Now if you're a good player at the mid major, you get to go to the big schools and get paid. But if you in high school, it's gonna be a harder jump to get to college. You know what I'm saying? It's not as that
Right.
transition ain't as smooth as it used to be from high school to college. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different structure, but I think it makes it more. It's not gonna be as many misses. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot more misses with the old system because you was getting dudes from high school who you couldn't really gauge the level of competition they was playing against. So like they got these numbers on the high school level, but who is that really against? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember like OJ Mayo, like because he had to move, right? He wasn't there in West Virginia at first.
Oh, yeah, or Ohio. He did go from. I think he went from Ohio to West Virginia. I can't remember, but it was them two states.
Right, but he moved to get better competition. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's been around for a while where it's like, yeah, this dude is killing, but who's he doing it against? And then they get to college and it's like, oh, yeah, he ain't ready for this. But with the new system, like, you got to kind of prove your shit in college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they bring these dudes up from these mid majors, they like, okay, we not sure if he gonna kill in the SEC, but we seen he 25 a game in the MAC. So it's against college dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more transferable than if he was 25 a game somewhere in, you know what I'm saying? Wherever, Tennessee somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, who was that against? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna make it where the money is going to the dudes that's supposed to get it, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like when these dudes get
Right.
paid, they've earned that, as opposed to these kids getting paid to come into college, and it's like, is he gonna pan out? You know what I mean? But now I feel like the money's going to the dudes that have shown some on that level. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the more fair way to do it. You know what I'm saying? It does hurt the college kids. I mean the high school kids, don't get me wrong. It's harder to get to college now because once you get there, that the money is there. The money is there now. It
Right.
used to be harder to get to the league because that's where the money was. So dudes was leaving after they get a little bit of heat in college. Now it's harder to get to college. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different structure system because of the money. The money is making all this happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you starting to pay, you want to get something for what you pay for. Because it was some school, it might have been Kentucky or maybe North Carolina, but it was some school that was like spending 20 mil on their NIL. And they went out early in
And
the tournament. Huh?
I said, damn,
And
20
and they went
mil?
out 20 mil on their roster in NIL and they went out early and they was like, see, this is the downside to this is you can't ask boosters for 20 mil and y'all be losing. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, what am I donating this money for? You know what I'm saying? So they were saying that's why coaches run is also gonna change coaches' runway. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get 3-4 years to rebuild when you getting a $20 million roster. You know what I'm saying? We got to have it this season. So, that's a whole nother thing. Is like now that you can spend this money, you gotta spend it right. You know what I'm saying? You can't just give out 20 million, you know what I mean? And then not work, because shit, 20 million is 20 million. That's coming from somewhere. Whoever is giving that up, you know what I'm saying? They want to hear something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I think all in all, it's still all positives. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get fired because you couldn't work with a $20 million roster, my bad. My bad, man. I'm sorry that you got fired. You know what I'm saying? But it's coaches in this tournament that's doing work, you know what I'm saying? Because they were saying Iowa. They was like, Iowa ain't spinning like that. And not on hoop. You know what I'm saying? But they was also like, that's another downside. Is like, you're not gonna be able to keep your coach either. Because they was like Illinois too. You know what I'm saying? They was like, they coming for Illinois' coach. You know what I'm saying? Illinois' coach and Iowa's coach, they was like, y'all better have a big booster. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have to write a fat check. Because North Carolina's coming like, look, you know what I'm saying? We need a new coach. We got a lot of money. This North Carolina, this Jordan brand. What you making here? You know what I'm saying? We can double that. So, you know, I'm glad for it. The money is trickled down to college now where it's out in the open. You know what I'm saying? So schools that wouldn't get involved in it can now be involved in it because they've been getting paid since the 90s and probably before that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we know since the 90s for sure. And now it's out there. It's legal. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they were saying like in football, like Indiana can be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Big Ten is dominating this. They got 2 in the 4, and they had like six or something in the 8. That's because now
Right.
they schools can spend the money where they wasn't going to do it when it was under the table. You know what I'm saying? Because these is reputable institutions. You know what I'm saying? But now Indiana, like, oh, we got money. Like, we just wasn't going to be giving it because it was illegal. But now we're going to call Mark Cuban up, write a check. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. The few things that's the negative side, nothing is gonna be all good. You know what I'm saying? It's bad shit in everything. If so you just gotta weigh it. And to me, it's like this. You know what I'm saying? The balance is just way good than the bad. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I'm loving the changes. You know, it's when you get older, people don't be so open to change as you get older. Change is for the young people. You know what I'm saying? Young people don't give a fuck because they ain't got no history to tie it to.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, pay. They're like, why can't we get paid? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I'm not like the get off my lawn dude about it. I'm glad that they did it in a way that makes the old people feel like, okay, I can roll with this. You know what I'm saying? Because all the new shit ain't for the old people. Like some of the new shit, you be like, nah, I can't. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But this was one of the changes where it was like, okay, yeah, transfer portal, all that. I'm with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, I'm with it, man.
Yeah, shit. Me too. Let me apologize for my technical difficulties.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
but it's eating through my phone at this point, so I got about 2 minutes left. What's your prediction for the 4?
Oh damn. He said I got 2 minutes left. Okay, so I gotta go with UConn. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think Illinois gonna give them a better game than people think. Illinois is real good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had to beat nobody, but that Houston win, beating Houston in Houston damn near, that was a real win. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna go with UConn. And on the other side, man, I still gotta roll with Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like AZ is real. That's the best game. I think the winner of that's gonna win the whole thing. But I'm gonna lean with Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I feel like both teams got a shaky history. AZ has won one, but Michigan too. They both will blow the big moments. You know what I'm saying? So they both got that gene in them. But I'm a side with Michigan just a little bit. What you got?
Well, I had Arizona coming in to win it all, so I'm gonna stick with
Uh,
them.
oh,
Although
you did.
Michigan,
Okay. Well, your word sound is more important than mine. Should I have Florida? They went out down there first round. So who you have them playing?
I had them playing Houston. So
Uh,
from that postulate, I got to go with Illinois.
Illinois. Okay, that's cool. So we both on the total opposite ends. You know what I'm saying? But you got more in it. Like me, I'm just saying this because I got to pick. You still got the team you picked from jump in it. You know what I'm saying? That's big. I don't know if you in any pools. It's even bigger if you in pools, but even on just the strength of that being your pick. Because I thought
I'm in
AZ was going
pools.
out early.
I'm in pools, and Arizona was probably the team that got picked the most, at least in my pools.
Oh, really?
A lot of cats was picking Arizona.
Over Duke, huh?
Yeah, Arizona versus Duke was probably the
One of the
most
most popular.
popular title matchup. And like I
Right.
said, I had Arizona over Houston.
Because everyone was saying Duke had an easy route. And Arizona's route was gonna run into, you know what I'm saying? It was headbangers on that side. I mean, which it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? Duke just couldn't handle their route.
Right.
Well, yeah, good shit. Hopefully, we'll clear up the technical difficulties for next time, but we still, you know what I'm saying? We still got it in. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Kareem, that's my boy Rod. We out.